I've been a hunter and a fisherman at heart since I was a kid, and to come out and see the Great Plains close to being intact and all the wildlife and diversity that comes with it, I mean, it's pretty hard not to fall in love with, and it'll remain a special place as long as it stays intact. And I think that's part of the mission is to create a conduit that's economical, that incentivizes keeping big landscapes like this intact.
At Wild Buffalo Company, our mission is to regenerate the prairie grasslands while improving our environment and our food supply by bringing back the buffalo. The byproduct of what we do is healthy, delicious, and sustainable red meat, but the reality is we do this for the ecosystem.
The buffalo are a keystone species to the Great Plains, right? So they create a lot of other ecosystems for other animals, insects, birds, other mammals, by their grazing habits, how they wallow, that they're engineered to be here, and they need to be here in order for us to really regenerate the Great Plains.
We've got some of the best grasslands anywhere, and we're pretty damn proud of that.
We hope that A Day in the Life of Buffalo resembles something that it would have thousands of years ago, which is to roam the Great Plains and have a diverse selection of native grasses and forbs, and live a low stress life, and let them exist in the elements in which they've evolved in for hundreds of thousands of years.
It's not just any buffalo meat. It's buffalo that have been raised as close to wild buffalo as is humanly possible.
Part of our mission is to give the buffalo respect in life and dignity in death, and that's absolutely crucial. You know, the buffalo are healthy because they're 100% grass-fed, but there's also there's something else, right? There's an energy, and by giving them dignity in death, you're putting that energy and that respect into you. We consume that.
We make special note to call it a harvest and not a hunt, because it's not a hunt, it's a harvest. And it all starts with your personnel. You got to have a good crew and people that are bought into the mission and the philosophy of conservation and animal welfare. You know, when we say large landscape grazing, large landscape harvesting, most of these pastures out here are 1,000 acres plus, and that's what we're harvesting out of. We're not going to put them in a pen and try to get them to conform to something that they don't want to do or something that's going to make them uncomfortable. We found out that it's easier for buffalo to just be comfortable out in their element, and that's what makes a successful harvest.
There's so much, again, care and passion and respect that goes in at the very beginning of Wild Idea. And that to honor the prairie and to honor the buffalo, that needs to be seen all the way through. So if so much care and love goes into the product, right? That needs to follow through all the way to the consumer. And by cutting corners when it comes to packaging and in a container box that will get that product to the consumer and with the quality that they're expecting. I mean, you can't cut corners there, because then it negates everything that you did at the beginning. If you bring a great product to market but wrap it in something that is not environmentally responsible, it's toxic, it's polluting, it ends up in marine ecosystems, it unravels a lot of that good that you did in the first place.
The Cruz Cool product is absolutely phenomenal for getting a product from point A to point B safely, but also really keeping the temperature to where a product needs to be. You could just tell that was durable, like the integrity was there. So right away, you could tell that this was gonna hold up, because we're shipping boxes via FedEx, UPS, and you don't know how those packages are handled, right? Those poor guys are, slinging millions of boxes on a truck, and they're not delicately placing it. So you could totally tell that it was definitely gonna hold up for the transit time. We're all aware that some of these coolers out there they're not good. They're gonna outlive our kids. They may never disappear in a landfill, or God forbid they escape a trash truck or a boat or whatever. It's very harmful to the environment. Having something that is earth digestible like this is amazing. To have a product that is all of that, but is also a strong, reliable product, is clutch. It's outperformed anything that we've tested or come across thus far.
And we were delighted to see that it actually not only met the performance of our existing material that we're using to ship our products across the country, it far surpassed it. So not only does it allow us to have a better environmental footprint, but we can actually get our product to our customers with ground shipping, with less dry ice, and have less costs, far lower carbon footprint, and also a greater unboxing surprise and delight experience for our customers.
Packaging sometimes can be an afterthought, right? And I think the neat thing about what we can do and what we can bring to the table is those true partnerships where we learn about a product, we learn about the care that goes into a product, the story that goes into a product, and then we come up with solutions to make sure it goes to the end user responsibly and keeps the integrity of the product, of what they're trying to accomplish. Cruz did a phenomenal job, obviously, coming up with this just mind-blowing concept of an invention. And it was really cool how that was then passed along to Atlantic to start thinking of application. Because I think something is amazing is Cruz's product. It really makes a big difference who do you go to market with. Cruz Cool and Wild Idea Buffalo, it made perfect sense.
It's been a very hardcore focus on the customer side of the equation. That's the whole goal going forward, is that, you know, what people want, especially in a product like this, is I want to be working with somebody that is my partner, that's helping me understand how to make a really good decision. And I think like that's the dynamic here in the 21st century, when someone takes the time to understand the material, understand their product, and at the same time understand what the customer need is really well, and then build that credibility to show that I have your interests at heart. And it's been an amazing success story. It really is our gold standard.
You have to have passion in order to make those right decisions when it comes to product quality, animal welfare, and of course the environment. If you don't have that passion, then I don't know how you can make the right decisions for future generations.